All right, let's talk about a really critical safety issue that, honestly, most drivers have no idea even exists. It all starts with something super common, like a simple rock chip on your windshield. But the fix, that shiny new windshield, well, it could be hiding a pretty serious danger.
So picture this. You get that annoying crack in your windshield fixed, the car looks perfect, and you just assume you're good to go. But what if I told you there's a hidden problem lurking right behind that pristine new glass? One that could totally compromise the very systems that are designed to keep you safe on the road.
To really get why this is such a big deal, we first need to understand that on any modern car, a windshield isn't just a piece of glass anymore. It's actually a super sophisticated and vital part of your car's safety technology.
What we're talking about here are your Advanced Driver Assistance Systems, or ADAS for short. These are the brains behind cool features like your automatic emergency braking and lane keeping assist. And for a lot of these systems, their eyes, what they use to see the world, is a high-tech camera mounted right on the inside of your windshield.
And listen, this isn't some niche feature on luxury cars anymore. Get this, nearly 90% of 2023 model year vehicles require ADAS calibration after a windshield replacement. So this is not a rare problem. It affects almost everyone driving a newish car today.
Now, the sensitivity of these systems is almost unbelievable. This is truly a game of millimeters, where the absolute smallest change can have massive, massive consequences.
Think about it like this. It's kind of like getting a new pair of prescription glasses. When you replace the windshield, you are literally changing the lens that the camera's looking through. Even tiny variations in the glass or the camera's exact position means the whole system needs a new eye exam. It has to be recalibrated so it can see the world correctly again.
So just how precise does it need to be? Well, if that camera is misaligned by just a single tiny degree,
At 100 feet down the road, its focus point is off by a massive 8 feet. At highway speeds, that means your car isn't looking at the car in front of you, it's looking into the next lane. Not good.
And it gets even more sensitive. Let's take an even smaller misalignment, just 0.6 degrees. I mean, that sounds like nothing, right?
Wrong. That tiny error is enough to cripple your car's ability to react, reducing the effectiveness of your automatic emergency braking by a staggering 60%. That is the difference between a close call and a serious collision.
But here's the thing that makes this so incredibly dangerous. Your car won't tell you that something is wrong.
The auto industry actually has a term for this. They call it a silent failure. It means the system is compromised, it's not working the way it should, but it fails silently, without giving you any warning at all.
And this leads to the biggest, most dangerous myth out there. We're all trained to look for a dashboard warning light, but a misaligned camera, it almost never triggers one. So you drive away thinking all your safety systems are good to go, when in reality, they could be completely ineffective.
So, what does a silent failure actually look like in the real world? This is not hypothetical. Let's look at a documented case study that shows just how badly things can go.
So in this test, a Honda Civic had its windshield replaced. The technicians did the ADAS calibration, and the diagnostic tool gave them the all clear. It said calibration correctly completed. But, and this is the whole point, they did the calibration on a floor that had a barely perceptible 1.5 degree slope. So when they tested the system, the automatic emergency braking failed completely. The car plowed right into the target at 20 miles per hour without even trying to brake. The report said success, but the result was a catastrophic failure.
Okay, so all of this data, all this evidence, it all leads to one single, unavoidable conclusion. There is a non-negotiable step that has to happen every single time a windshield is replaced.
ADAS calibration is not an optional upsell. It's not a nice-to-have. It is a mandatory, non-negotiable part of the repair process. It's required to get your car back to its original, safe condition.
And look, this isn't just my opinion. Every single major automaker, from GM to Honda, explicitly requires this. It's mandated by industry safety standards organizations like ANSI and AGSC. And it's even backed by guidance from the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration. Yep, the federal government.
So the next time you need a new windshield and the repair shop doesn't say anything about calibration, what do? Well, now you know. You have to ask them one simple question. How are you handling the ADAS recalibration? And if they don't have a clear, confident answer, or even worse, if they tell you it's not needed, you know it's time to take your car somewhere else. Your safety really does depend on it.